Hi Jade. Hi Sob.
Hey, I'm Cazkaboom. I'm here to show off my collection as promoted from JCB. Here's my little collection I want to show you. So what I have here is an 1893 Columbian Exposition half dollar. It's in fair condition, not my favorite. Here's my other one. It's a lot better condition. You can see a lot of the luster. And sorry about the primitive camera. And Walking Liberty half, Kennedy 64 90%, and this 40%, 65. I believe it's from a special mint set. It's really nice. 66, really nicely toned. 67, it's got some toning at a certain angles. Let's see if I can't get it to pop out. No, not really turning. 68 D over D. 68 D over D. 69 Washington quarters. 48S. 64 D and about uncirculated. Brilliant uncirculated 64D, and somewhere in the high MS grade for this 64D. 76S, 40% bicentennial. It's actually a really pretty coin I got for dirt cheap. Really nice proof. And then my barbers. That's in 1939. And then into one of my favorite series is the Jefferson War nickels, 42 through 45. Excuse me for a second. My favorite series because it's like the only U.S. nickels with any trace amount of silver. In my personal collection, I am trying to get the whole 11 years, whole 11 coins year and mint mark of 42 through 45. I got them all, but I have them at, not all of them are in uncirculated condition like I would prefer. Especially like that 44p, it's really circulated. A lot of these are actually really nice uncirculated, almost full steps. Then we go to my Indian heads. I have an 1875 about good, 1895 and 1896. They're probably about very fine to extra fine each. Regular common circulated Indian heads. And then Lincoln wheat cents. Really beautiful 36D. The steel cents. And then back to the regular wheat. And then Roosevelt dime. I'm not really actually very fond of Roosevelt dimes. Just not really beautiful. And South Carolina state quarters in uncirculated condition with a little bit of gold toning. a nice 1964 D nickel with full steps. I'm considering getting it graded, but it's pretty common. Gold-plated Indian heads that I got for free. Then we go on to the type coins of 20th century with my first collection. It's got the Indian head, the Lincoln, steel, and memorial. V nickel, Buffalo, Jefferson, and then war nickel with the mint mark right above Monticello. The Barber dime, Mercury dime, silver Roosevelt, and clad. And I'm lacking the Barber and Standing Liberty quarter. I got Washington silver. Haven't bothered to get the clad in, but I have one of those, of course. Bicentennial, and then a state quarter. Once again, I'm too lazy to get these ones filled. I don't have any Franklin or Barbers though. Bicentennial, nothing for the dollars except for this Eisenhower, which this one is actually really odd, because if you look at it and flip it completely over, it's really off center. Rotated die error. So that's an interesting piece for me. And here's an older book with the same thing, just a lot more primitive. '95 is my birth year. Then I'll show you my sets. What I got up here is a 65 special mint set, 66 and 67 special mint sets, 68 Denver, Philly, and San Francisco mint set, 1970 proof set, 1991 proof set, 1995 mint set for birth year, PND. Here's a 2010 mint set. Bunch of pretty nice coins there. And what I got here is a miniature coin set of the Indian head penny, the Buffalo nickel, Mercury dime, SLQ, Walking Liberty, and the Morgan dollar. If I turn it around, you can see. Well, I guess you can't with this primitive video. Pennies of the 20th century, including but not limited to the steel, Lincoln Memorial, Indian head, zinc memorial, and then a wheat penny. I believe the steel has been redipped, but the other ones are original. American nickels of the 20th century, including the Liberty nickel, Buffalo, Jefferson, and the war nickel. Once again with the mint mark above Monticello. What I got here is really funny. It's a really crappy fake Morgan dollar. It's magnetic and everything, and the rim is just too giant for it to be even considered real. Right here is my Bahamas $5 piece. It is 1.25 ounces of sterling silver I bought for $20 in an auction last month. Bunch of random wheat cents, my Danskos. Not Danskos, but Whitman folders. My plain cents, I got an 1865 Indian head and a bunch of other ones. And a couple of really nicer regular Lincolns. And my 1909 to 1940. Kind of lacking on the early dates because they're hard to find. But this 1909 I got for a really good deal, 5 cents, and it's in a very fine to extra fine condition. what I got here is book 2. This was actually given to me by a friend, and she collected coins and everything, and really never got into it as much as I did, so she just gave them to me along with a bunch of other wheats. And then she had these memorial cents already out there. A lot of nice about uncirculated to fully uncirculated ones. Number 3. This is what she also gave this to me. I had to pull a lot of them out because she had the Denvers and the Philadelphia areas and everything. But you know, it was a really nice gesture. And then here's my book 3. These I've been pulling all out of circulation except for the 2009s. I only pulled D's out of circulation with the 2009s here. The P's I bought at a coin shop not so locally in Oregon. And what I got here is my favorite, my own Dan Whitman folder of the Lincoln cents I'm working on. I'm trying to get fully uncirculated ones to fill this. Still working on it. It's been about a year. A lot of these are just hole filling and everything. Still got a lot of holes. And then go into Lincoln Memorial. This one, I believe, only ended up being produced in 1962 because that's the date it ends. But then I got my bucket of world coins. Not really much of a fan of that. So yeah, I'm Cazkaboom, and that's my collection. Have a great one.